Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randyrhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
She believes in her husband. She knows it's untrue. I don't even think there's a slight suspicion that it's true when you look at Stormy Daniels. I know Donald Trump, and
Let's respect him.
Look at his 3 wives, right?
Oh, my God.
Beautiful women, classy women, women of great substance. Stormy Daniels? So I respect all human beings. I even have to respect, criminals. But I'm sorry, I don't respect a porn star the way I respect a career woman or a woman of substance or a woman who has great respect for herself as a woman and as a person and isn't going to sell her body for sexual exploitation. So, Stormy, you want to bring a case? Let me cross-examine you.
He is a vile, disgusting pig. There's something so wrong with this. First of all, he just got divorced from his 3rd wife. Donald, when your defense about you being a good husband and a caring man begins with, look at his 3 wives, you're screwed. I'm so sorry, but I don't even get how that's your jumping off point. And, I don't want to say anything, but Melania was a nude model, as you know. And so I don't know why Stormy Daniels isn't a human being to Rudy Giuliani, who deserves absolutely no respect. I mean, because she is a professional and because she is a star, you would think that the Trump people would automatically respect her. You would think. But they trash her because she's less than human because she is a sex worker. Meanwhile, Melania was also a nude model. I remember when New Yorkers first got a glimpse at the photos.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. She needs to cover up, doesn't she?
Let's see Donald Trump wife.
Yeah, that's something. Looks like Playboy spread.
Oh, I've never seen a first lady like that before.
Kind of pornographic? I don't know.
You know who that is, don't you? That's Donald Trump's wife in 1995.
She's hot.
Fucking up. The new report.
Whoa!
Whoa. Aesthetically very pleasing. Yeah, absolutely.
Post-feminist society, women, of course, are allowed to do what the hell they want to, and that shouldn't, affect their personal life or their career.
Other countries think we're uptight about our sex, so maybe not so much.
I wouldn't see Michelle Obama doing this. So I don't know.
Sorry, Rudy. It's an equal comparison. And yes, Melania deserves respect. And yes, she deserves to be treated with humanity. And yes, she deserves to be... just because she posed nude, does that mean Melania is a bad mother? Or just because she posed nude, does that mean that if Melania Trump was a witness at a murder trial, she would have no credibility? Whatever she said she saw, whatever photographs she took, or whatever evidence she was able to bring forth in order to achieve justice for something she witnessed that was illegal, would that take away her credibility? This is such a sick freaking administration. I don't even know, and Trump's got such a low bar for embarrassment. Again, why is Rudy Giuliani his PR guy? Rudy's doing no legal work. You know that, right? We all know that. The only lawyer that stays with Donald Trump is this, a religious zealot, Seculo, whose wheelhouse is, like the Masterpiece Cake case. That's his area. Religious freedom. But honestly, Melania Trump is a gorgeous woman, and she decided that this was a proper use of her beauty. Show it. that this was a proper use of her beauty. This is not 1995, by the way. This is 2001. This is Melania Trump's choice, and it doesn't mean she's a bad mother, and it doesn't mean she's not credible, and it doesn't mean her opinion counts for jack crap, and it doesn't mean that, you get to say, you have no respect for her as a person. I mean, this is 2018, for God's sake. Stormy Daniels is very proud of the way she ascended in her career. She's very proud of what she's accomplished. Not only was she a star, not only was she somebody who, achieved the highest pay in her area, but she also went on to direct, and she also went on to promote and be a PR person for Wicked Films. I mean, this is just so stupid what he's doing. He's a stupid man who trashes everybody at the behest of his cult leader. It's very sick, okay? It's a very sick and sad thing. And I got to tell you, this morning, every woman who ever hosted a TV show or whoever put herself in front of a camera, was just outraged by Rudy Giuliani. He really was. And, the idea that if you make a bad joke, or the idea if you use a certain word, even though the president uses it in public often and says it to Katie Couric, the C word, and says it to Billy Bush, the P word, and says he can grab you. Somehow the president is worthy of respect, and the president's credibility isn't damaged. But somebody who legitimately puts themselves out there because they understand that there's a marketplace for whatever their talent is, and, manages to go to the top of their game, whether it's nude modeling, whether it's, doing softcore porn, whether it's doing hardcore porn. As long as it's, at least what they do is legal. What Donald Trump has done is illegal. This is a sick, sick thing we got on our hands. Truly, it's a sick, twisted thing. And everybody's so afraid. They're so afraid to point out that Melania Trump also posed nude.
She didn't commit a crime. She supported herself. She supported her child. Do you wonder where Ivanka's voice is here?
I do. It's a fact, by the way, that Stormy Daniels got the payment through Michael Cohen from Donald Trump, which he lied about at first. I wonder where Ivanka's voice is on a number of issues. But back to the Rudy story, I'll tell you a couple of things. First of all, the hypocrisy is astounding, because I know someone who spoke to Donald Trump recently about life in the White House, and Donald Trump's biggest complaint was that he's not allowed to watch porn in the White House.
God.
So there you go. There's a little bit of news for you. He's upset that he can't watch porn in the White House.
I bet they have those, 1-900 numbers blocked too, which must be a disappointment.
I'm not really sure, but it just sort of flies in the face of all of this. But, I obviously, with my Know Your Value platform, feel really strongly about these comments. And they made my blood boil. I was shaking when I heard them. Elise Jordan, Walter Isaacson next to me, they both were shaken. Willie, Joe and I are going to do a really kind of major debrief on the entire thing on the Know Your Value website, because it goes down to value. Here he is undermining a woman's credibility because he says, look at her, and laughs derisively. What a pig.
Yep.
And then talks about looking at Donald Trump's wives. What a pig. And this is a guy who ran pageants, Donald Trump, for his living.
Oh, thanks, Mika, because I forgot all about that. Yeah, flesh pageants, right? Beauty pageants, and teen beauty pageants, where he said to Howard Stern he could go backstage because, his name was on the and he could watch them, when they were naked, changing their, he could do whatever he wanted. I mean, what? And Rudy is saying that the women, first of all, he asked us to compare Melania to Stormy. Okay, they both know that there was value in their beauty. They both got it. They both understood that about themselves. They were both confident enough about themselves. They both weren't hung up about sex enough to pose nude or to be in a porn movie and make money by doing that. I'm sorry, but there are male models that do it. There are female models. In order to have a porn movie, although some of you like, no men in the porn movie, and some of you like all men in the porn movie, and that's fine. I'm just saying, usually, you need a man and a woman to make a porn movie. Unless it's niche-y. You know. But honestly, Rudy Giuliani's the arbiter now of who deserves to be respected and who doesn't, and actually starts off his defense of Donald Trump. But you look at his 3 wives. 3 wives. Oh, give me a break with this. You know, this is so sick and so wrong and so ugly and so cruel and so demeaning and so vicious to all people to have to listen to this lying swill, this cruelty. Tom in California.
Hey, Randy. Rudy Giuliani, he came to fame by prosecuting, the gangsters and all those. He's the biggest hypocrite of all. He's going on there defending a gangster, which Trump is. I mean, he makes Don Corleone, the Godfather, look like a choir boy, and Michael, and he's doing all.
Oh, he's not as smart as the Don.
No, he's not as smart as the Don. But
and he certainly doesn't have Michael's temperament. He's more like Sonny. This is what I keep telling you. He's more like Sonny.
Yeah, like Sonny.
He talks outside the family. He brings disgrace to the family. He's always fighting with people. I mean, just don't ride on the throughway. That's all I'm saying, Rudy. Just steer clear of toll booths.
Yeah, that's it. Look what happened to Sonny. And that's what Rudy's going to happen to him. And
I don't know what's going to happen to him. He'll probably die a bitter old bitch, but...
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's what he deserves.
I mean, this is a cross-dressing guy who, appeared in videos with Donald Trump, sexual videos with Donald Trump.
Oh.
Everybody forgets about it. And he's going to tell me who deserves respect and who doesn't. Honestly, shut the F up already, Rudy. Shut up. Mm-hmm. It's just so sick and sad. Everything is twisted 180 degrees from what it really is. So supposedly Donald Trump is the great husband and he's the great family man. Give me a freaking break. He didn't even see his children until they were 18 years old.
Oh, God.
He raped his wife.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you forget all these groovy little details about what a bastard Donald Trump is. Steve Bannon beat his wife. Rob Portman beat his wife. Rudy Giuliani divorced his wife. On television, he announced that he was leaving her. On the freaking TV, for God's sake. Patty in Denver.
Hi, Randy. Love you.
Thank you.
I was just thinking about what Giuliani said about Stormy Daniels and trying to shame her for being a sex worker.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty much a pro-sex worker. I lived outside of Reno, Nevada for about 15 years. Right down the street from the Bunny House.
Oh, yeah.
It was clean. It was fenced. It was gated. Never heard or saw a word or anything out of them. They were good community people. A guy's house burnt down. They chipped in $5,000 to him.
I have no problem with how people make a living. I am not a judgy person, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say... listen, I'll tell you something. If I could have, I might have been on a pole. I may have, but I can't dance, and I don't have a body like Melania.
You never know where you're going to go.
Yeah, you just don't. Life is strange that way. But honestly, to have them be the arbiter of who gets respect and who has credibility... I mean, the guy he's representing on the TV there, while he slut shames one woman and praises another who also decided to bear it all for money. And she's gorgeous. I mean, in those photos, those GQ photos I showed from 2000, they're amazing photos. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely stunning. But I mean, for Rudy to sit there and tell us all to make the comparison and decide that Stormy Daniels doesn't deserve humanity. She doesn't deserve respect. She's not credible. She's not decent. She's a terrible mother, or whatever it is that he's trying to say. By slut-shaming her, but embracing the third wife of a lying sack of crap who actually was caught on tape saying he could molest teenage girls. He could grab women by the crotch, let's just say, because I just don't feel comfortable saying the P word. But it's fine if you do. I'm just saying I don't. But a man who's called all these women who are now suing him liars, a man who paid $130,000 to Stormy Daniels for her to go away and still denies that he had anything to do with her, a man who lies through his teeth, a man who had, a spy as her lawyer, calling Michael Cohen to say, hey, let's get her on Hannity. Let's get her on Hannity. I can make it so that she'll say she never met Donald Trump. I can make it so that she'll say she never had sex with him. I mean, seriously, sick stuff. And they're going to tell me who to respect and who's a credible person by virtue of how a woman made a nice living and took care of her children. Really? Took care of her own, took care of her children. Stormy Daniels is also married to a porn star. They have no problem with it. Buy a stinking podcast.